In this video, we will cover how to do an inventor assembly, including placing the cubes, grounding a cube, and constraining the cubes, which consists of mating them, flushing them, and rotating them. When you open your Inventor program, you'll want to open up an assembly. You can do it from this icon, or you can go up here to the orange eye, click New, and then standard.iam. and create. Once our assembly is open, we need to place the objects that we want to assemble together. To do that, you simply click the place icon. It will most likely open to the folder that you have designated for this class. If not, you would click this triangle, then select your H drive, find the folder that you have set up for this class, double-click to open it, click on the part that you want, and then click Open. All right, now to place my part, I simply click on the screen, and the part is there. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so I have more work room. Now if I just simply move my mouse to the side, I can put more parts down by just clicking on the screen. For our first project, you have to put 5 cubes together into one solid piece. So I'm going to place 5 total cubes on my screen. To stop placing cubes, move your mouse over to the side, right-click, and go to Cancel. Now I need to assemble my 5 cubes into any piece as long as there are no areas where 2 of the same color are directly side by side. And I also cannot just put them in one straight line. All right, I'm going to first need to ground one of my pieces so that it cannot be moved around the screen. So select any piece you want and right-click it. Then go down to Grounded and click Grounded. Now you'll see over here on the left side there's a pin through that object. And if I click it, I can't move it anywhere. I can move any of the other objects anywhere I want on the screen, but I can't move my grounded one. Let's say for some reason you change your mind and don't want that to be grounded anymore. Simply click the plus sign. Right click on the name of it, and then click grounded again, and it will not be grounded anymore. You can also right click directly on the object. So I'm going to reground it here. All right, next, I need to mate some cubes together to make a piece. So the first thing I'm going to do is click one of my cubes, and then I'm going to click the Constrain tab. And this is how you put your cubes together. Now, for this cube, it's behind the window, so I'm going to have to move it real quick. All right. Now, to constrain them together, you have several options. You can use the center line right there. You can constrain an edge to an edge, and you can constrain a face to a face. So I'm going to first show you how to constrain using center lines. Sometimes to find the center line, you may have to zoom in on the object a little bit in order to get the center line to appear, but you simply move your mouse around until that dotted line down the middle appears, and then click on that line. Now I'm going to find my grounded piece, which was this one, and since I clicked on the line where the peg was and I want to put the peg in a hole, I'm going to choose a hole and zoom in until I find the dotted line and click that again. Okay, this has mated the center lines of the blocks together, but as you can see, I can still move this block in several different directions. So that's not a solid puzzle piece that I've made, and I can also rotate it. So what I need to do is make it so that I can't move this block. The first thing I'm going to do is rotate it because I noticed that my diamond plate face was touching the other diamond plate face, and remember that no 2 of the same faces can be touching each other. So now what I'm going to do is mate the faces of the blocks so that I cannot move this other block. So I'm going to click Constrain, This is the mating part of Constrain, and it's already highlighted. So I'm going to click the face here. Then I'm going to need to use my view key cube and rotate this around so I can select the face that I want to mate it to right there. Click apply because they went together correctly. Now, you'll notice that I can still rotate this block. So that's still not one solid piece. I have one final step. There's actually two ways you can do this. You can either mate the edges together or you can use the flush tool. I'm going to show you how to use the flush tool because I haven't shown you how to do that one yet. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to click the Constrain menu, and this time I'm going to come over here to the right side and flush. Flush, if you look at the icon, will make two faces perfectly in a straight line with each other. So I'm simply going to click this face, and now they are in a perfect straight line with each other. Click apply. When I cancel my constraint menu, you can now see that I cannot move either block. So now I have a solid block consisting of two cubes. I'm going to continue placing cubes in the same method until I have a solid block of 5 cubes. So first I'm going to click my constraint menu. I'm going to put this cube, zoom in so I can find the center line, into this top hole here. Click that center line. That looks like a complete mess, but it's actually very easy to fix. So I'm going to click apply. Now I'm going to cancel this, and I'm going to move my mouse until the bottom cube that I just moved is highlighted. Click it, and I can drag it up and down. So I'm going to put it up above because I wanted to put it in that hole right there. Next, I'm going to click Constrain, and I'm going to constrain these by face, or by edge, I mean. So I'm going to click this edge and this edge. So I didn't like the way that they went together because this block went inside the other block. So here's another option you have. Since I can only rotate this cube sideways, but I want it to move the other way so that the peg is on the bottom. So what you can do then is click free rotate, and then you have to click the cube that you want to rotate and hold the left mouse button down until I get it rotated so that the point is down. Then I simply click somewhere else on my screen, and I can go back here to the Constrain menu, click this edge, click this edge, and now you see that they have gone together. However, the two green sides are now touching, so this won't count. So I'm going to click cancel, and I'm going to try again. Open up my Constrain menu. I'm going to try this edge and this edge. Now I don't have any of the same colors touching, so I'm going to click apply. I'm going to check on my other faces of my cube and make sure I can see there are no same colors directly next to each other. Okay, so now I only have 2 cubes left to place. I'm going to place this cube, zoom in until I can find the center line here. There it is. And I'm going to put that in this hole here. They went together quite nicely, so I'm going to click apply. But notice if I cancel my constraint menu, I can still move this cube. I can't move any of the other cubes that are joined, so it's not really a solid block. So I need to constrain them again. I can either mate edges together or, well, actually I'll have to either mate edges together or mate faces together, or I can mate the faces and then use the flush. So I'm going to show you again how to do the mating faces and use the flush method. So I'm going to click this face, then I'm going to have to change my view cube around until I can see this face and stick those together and click apply. And then I'm going to flush them. First, I need to rotate this a little bit. There we go. Now I'm going to flush these, so I'm going to click the flush icon, click this face, click that face. Now they are completely in a straight line with each other. All right, so I have one cube left to mate to the rest of my block. So this time I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to click the constraint icon, and I'm going to mate these by using faces instead of the center line. So I click this face here, and click the face up here that I want to stick it to, and then click apply. Now notice that these are definitely not in a straight line. This purple face is sticking way out from the gray face, so that peg wouldn't really be in that hole. This is a simple problem to fix. I simply click on the flush icon, click the purple face. I want to make it flush with this gray face right here, and click apply. And now I'm going to click the green face over here, the blue face here, and click apply. And now they are in a complete, perfect straight line. If I cancel my constraint menu, you can see I cannot move any of my blocks. So I have built a solid 5 cube block. If I look over here on my view cube and check my other views, I can see that there are no places where the exact same color is touching a face of the exact same color. So my 5 cube assembly is now completed. Save this file to your H drive and show your teacher.